Discord has failed you as a consumer. And once again, I feel it's a good thing to say. Do not put your personal information online. So today has been something. I was in the middle of trying to get more information about the whole Discord thing. And then I saw this morning that someone posted update about the situation on Discord, saying at the moment, Discord has ended its partnership with Persona. Info has been deleted and age verification has been halted for the moment. Discord says it will keep us updated if this changes. We won for now. When asked for comment, Discord told ours that only a small number of users was included in the experiment, which ran for less than 1 month, which that was the experiment where they said UK users were going to be part of one, and that Persona is no longer an active vendor partnering with Discord. Moving forward, Discord promised to keep our users informed as vendors are added or updated, which probably also means that this isn't over. Discord is just going to actually continue doing this bullshit until further notice, probably, which means still in March, it's still probably going to happen. I wouldn't think otherwise. While Discord seeks to distance itself from Persona, Rick Song, Persona's CEO, has been stuck responding to the mounting backlash, hoping to quell fears that any of the UK data collected during the experiment risks being breached. He told ours that all the data of verified individuals involved in Discord's test was deleted immediately upon verification, which is just a bald-faced fucking lie. Of course it is. I mean, they always lie about this. We already knew it was a lie, so this is not helpful. This is just complete bullshit. And just so we're clear, that's not the only post that has something about Discord today. Pirate Nation posted 9 hours ago, Discord has entered its partnership with Persona after backlash over a UK age verification trial that raised serious privacy concerns. The experiment is over, all related data has been deleted, and Persona is no longer involved. But still, that doesn't mean that Discord isn't going to continue with its age verification bullshit that they've been trying to push. I'm pretty sure that they are, like I said before, which is just, it's so fucking annoying as an American to have to be living in this dystopia where we are supposed to be the land of the free. It's very fucking irritating. So a little bit more here. This article by The Rage. Hackers expose age verification software powering surveillance web. 3 activists tried to find a workaround to Discord's age verification software. Instead, they found its front end exposed to the open internet. Some are saying from February 19th, 10 days ago, Discord announced it would launch team by default settings for its global audience, which obviously this update sucks and it's only a thing to push a Trojan horse to surveil everyone that uses the platform. This, of course, means to use Discord the way you are used to, you'll have to let it scan your face, and the internet isn't happy. Others, like the security researcher Celeste, who goes by the handle VMfunc, were convinced there would be a workaround. Together with 2 other researchers, they set out to look into Persona, the San Francisco-based startup that's used by Discord for biometric identity verification, and found a Persona front-end exposed to the open internet on a US government-authorized server. In 2,456 publicly accessible files, the code revealed the extensive surveillance Persona software performs on its users, bundled in an interface that pairs facial recognition with financial reporting in a parallel implementation that appears designed to serve federal agencies. On Monday, Discord stated that it will not be proceeding with Persona for identity verification. Persona Identity Inc. is a Peter Thiel-backed venture that offers Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering solutions that leverage biometric identity checks to estimate a user's age, that use a proprietary liveliness check meant to distinguish between real people and AI-generated identities at a $2 billion evaluation. Persona powers identity verification processes for the likes of OpenAI, Roblox, Heritage Bank, and the ride-sharing service Lime. Persona feeds on a growing trend of age verification legislation that is making its way around the world, from the EU's chat control to the UK's Online Safety Act and the COSA and Earn It Acts proposed in the US. Now, like it says, these are only proposed, they are not passed in the US. And even if they were, they would be violating our constitutional rights as people who live in the US. So I don't know how we're confusing our constitution so much recently. Beyond offering simple services to estimate your age, Persona's exposed code compares your selfie to watchlist photos using facial recognition, screens you against 14 categories of adverse media, from mentions of terrorism to espionage, and tags reports with code names from active intelligence programs consisting of public-private partnerships to combat online child exploitative material, cannabis trafficking, fentanyl trafficking, romance fraud, money laundering, and illegal wildlife trade. Once a user verifies their identity with Persona, the software software performs 269 distinct verification checks and scours the internet and government sources for potential matches, such as by matching your face to politically exposed persons and generating risk and similarity scores for each individual. IP addresses, browser fingerprints, device fingerprints, government IDs, phone numbers, names, faces, and even selfie backgrounds are analyzed and retained for up to 3 years. In short, the software flags you as a suspicious entity based on your face alone. When paired with AML reporting, such suspicious analysis can quickly lead to the unjust termination of bank accounts, and that seems to be exactly what Persona was built to do. In addition to facial recognition, Persona software is also able to perform checks on financial data, including running checks on sanction lists, running checks on cryptocurrency activity via the blockchain analysis firms, chain analysis and TRM labs, and an interface to file suspicious activity reports directly with the US and Canadian federal agencies. It's nothing spectacular for a KYC AML program, but it marks a growing trend in AML compliance where financial service providers increasingly utilize AI features such as automated social media screening to determine risk scores for their customers. This carries inherent risks of discrimination based on factors such as race or political affiliation. Identity verification efforts like these mislead people into thinking you're more protected. On the contrary, you're making the internet less safe, not safer. Normies say they won't be able to bypass these, while less benevolent people will always find a way to exploit your system. Computer scientists have long sounded the alarm that a central database of thousands of ID documents will always be a lucrative target for attackers. And then it goes over to talk about how just last year, 70,000 ID photos were stolen from Discord and held at a ransom. Every week, a new leak places people at the risk of identity theft. And yeah, that basically is the reality of it. That's the reason why you should never put personal information like this online, is that it just is able to be breached, leaked, and then your life is basically ruined, or to that extent at least. So as an end to this video, now that I've gone over all the information, it was a video to be informative to you guys and give you some more info on the subject, and admittedly, this shit's still the dumbest fucking shit that we've had to go through as Americans. If you live in the US right now, you probably are really angry at this, and you have every right to be, just like anyone else does, because it is a pile of shit that no one should have to follow or actually do to be online. This is something we have to do, and everyone just needs to go offline at that point, or not be on social medias, because social media seems to be the problem. Anyways, that also means that neither should kids be on any of these platforms in the first place. Anyways, I feel like that's common knowledge. With that in mind, hope you all have a great day, and take care. See ya.